Hello and welcome to the first Pirate News of this year. I'm Robert Ruszkowski.
And I'm Edward Wolf. On today's broadcast, we will be covering news from around campus and across the country.
We will also be bringing you your Seton Hall sports report and their 5-day weather forecast.
Seton Hall's College of Communications and the Arts Council released their performance schedule for the Fall 2019 Fines and Performing Arts Series. Opening the Fall 2019 series is the Mounds, Piles, and Massings exhibit, which is public from September 9th until October 19th. The selection was curated by Greg Lesche in collaboration with the Pyro Gallery of South Orange. Also featured are many live musical and theatrical performances from various Grammy-winning musicians and world-class performers such as Giacomo Puccini's dramatic masterpiece, La Boheme, concert version and classical Shakespeare comedy, Much Ado About Nothing. For a complete list of events and ticket prices, visit www.shu.edu/hallarts.
Walsh Library, Seton Hall's main place of study for students and home to collections of thousands of texts, books, and documents, is celebrating its 25th anniversary on the campus of Seton Hall this year. Originally commissioned in 1990 by the university's leadership and opened in April 1994, the jewel of the campus has seen many renovations and upgrades throughout the years. Yet it still remains one of the most popular meeting spots and places of study on campus. If you'd like to learn more about the historic anniversary, visit the library's online exhibit, Walsh Library's 25 Years of Learning.
Seton Hall's core curriculum will be receiving a generous gift thanks to the late Henry Roman and his wife Mary Ann. The Romans have dedicated a $750,000 estate gift to the university in order to support the core curriculum director's position, as it will help to further advance the integral component of the students' development at Seton Hall. Dr. Nancy Enright will serve as the inaugural Henry and Mary Ann Roman Core Curriculum Director, as she has served as a Seton Hall professor for the past 3 decades.
Come to Before I Self-Destruct, an open discussion forum highlighting mental health on Thursday, September 12th in Nursing Room 103. This program is looking to provide a safe space for pirates to anonymously share what has been stressing them out or keeping them down, and how to best deal with these feelings. Be sure to come out to discuss the state of depression at Seton Hall and the betterment of your own mental health. The doors will open at 7 p.m.
Now we'll head over to Chris Russo with your latest in Seton Hall sports. Chris?
Thanks, Edward. Hello, Pirate Nation. I'm Chris Russo, and this is your Seton Hall Sports Update. The men's soccer team fell 2-1 on Sunday to Florida International University in Miami. FIU struck in the 39th and 43rd minutes before senior Vittorio Argeri scored his first goal as a Pirate just 44 seconds into the second half. Argeri's penalty kick goal was part of a team leading 4 shots. FIU outshot the Pirates by 15-14, and Andreas Nota made 3 saves. The Pirates next play at Lehigh on Saturday at 6 p.m. The men's golf team finished 3rd at the Alex Lagowitz Memorial Invitational in Hamilton, New York on Sunday. The team finished at 21 over par, just 5 shots behind first-place Cornell. Seton Hall's Gregor Tate finished best on the team with an overall 5th-place finish at 1 over par. Alex Chalk finished in the top 20 by shooting 5 over. The team plays in the Hartford Hawks Invitational in South Kent, Connecticut on Monday and Tuesday. The volleyball team will face Iona tonight at 7 p.m. in Walsh Gymnasium. The Pirates come off last weekend's Seton Hall Classic, where they lost 3 of 4 matches to drop to 1-6. However, in the final match against Northeastern, Haley Gasser recorded a game-high 17 kills, while Grace Rosenberg had a game-high 35 assists. Iona sits at 0-6, having won only 1 set in those 6 matches combined. Well, that will do it for your Seton Hall Sports Update. I'm Chris Russo. Now back to Edward and Robert with your news.
Thanks, Chris. In local news, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed an executive order on Tuesday that will not let the state do business with gun manufacturers and retailers that lack policies which deny guns to people with a history of mental illness or domestic abuse. Retailers that wish to keep the state's business will be required to prevent, detect, and screen for the transfer of firearms. New Jersey already has strict gun control laws in place that require retailers to perform background checks, but the new policy will also apply to out-of-state companies that are not bound by New Jersey laws.
The filming for the remake of the classic Broadway musical West Side Story has continued in Newark and East Orange. The film is being directed by Steven Spielberg, with Ansel Elgort taking on the famous role of Tony. The film's screenplay is expected to more closely follow the Broadway script and is set to be released sometime in 2020. Be advised that no parking is allowed on South Orange Avenue today and tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio's administration is suing Chipotle Mexican restaurant, alleging it violated a city labor law that requires predictable schedules for fast food workers. More than 30 employees from 5 different Brooklyn locations of Chipotle filed complaints with the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection. The department is seeking at least $1 million in restitution for workers, plus civil penalties and future compliance with the requirements of the Fair Workweek law. Shares of Chipotle tumbled after the announcement and closed Tuesday down 6% in the Dow Jones Industrial.
On early Tuesday morning, Mary Hernandez, a 64-year-old woman and New Jersey native, was struck by a Toyota 4Runner around 6 a.m. while crossing Gregory Avenue in Passaic County. Hernandez was taken to St. Mary's General Hospital but unfortunately passed away. The driver that hit Hernandez was not charged, according to a report from authorities.
Now I'll send it over to Haley Zemek with your 5-day weather forecast. Haley?
Hello Pirates, Haley Zemek here with your 5-day weather forecast. Today we will see partly cloudy skies with a high of 89 and a low of 71. Make sure to grab your umbrellas because tomorrow we will see scattered thunderstorms with a high of 82 and a low of 62. Friday will once again be partly cloudy with a high of 69 and a low of 64. Saturday we will see scattered showers with a high of 79 and a low of 65. And on Sunday, we will start the week with a partly cloudy sky, a high of 83 and a low of 62. That does it for your 5-day weather forecast. I'm Haley Zemek. Now back to Robert and Ed with your news from around the country.
Thanks, Haley. As we all know, today marks the 18th anniversary since the tragic events of September 11, 2001. To commemorate and remember the nearly 3,000 men and women who lost their lives on that day, there will be a memorial ceremony today at Ground Zero where the names of every victim will be read aloud, along with personal messages of remembrance, inspiration, and hope from some of the surviving family members. There will also be candlelit vigils, faith tributes, and moments of silence in schools and sporting events across the country. The effects of the horrific events are still being felt almost 20 years later, as many first responders now suffer from health issues due to smoke inhalation, and the United States has been under a constant state of national emergency since that fateful day.
In other national news, McDonald's acquires Apprente in attempts to speed up their drive-through lines with voice-based ordering technology. The Silicon Valley-based startup company, founded in 2017, will be McDonald's newest investment in technology. This is one of the many recent tech investments. In April, McDonald's acquired Dynamic Yield, a company specialized in personalization and decision logic technology.
On Tuesday, Apple held its yearly fall event at its California headquarters, where they announced the newest edition of the iPhone and plans for a subscription service. The latest iPhone will feature vast improvements to the camera quality, battery capacity, and the software. The phone's base model costs $699, with the Pro and Max version available for $300 and $400 more respectively. All models will be released to the public on September 20th. Additionally, Apple unveiled Apple TV Plus, a streaming TV subscription service that will give consumers in more than 100 countries access to exclusive programming for under $5 a month.
77-year-old British yachtswoman Jean Socrates broke a world record for becoming the oldest person to sail around the world from North America solo, non-stop, unassisted. Socrates attempted to sail around the world back in 2017, but had to stop after breaking her neck and ribs. Socrates documented her months-long journey through her blog, which had photos, articles, and Google Earth map that tracked her progress. This concludes our broadcast of Pirate News. Once again, I'm Edward Wolf.
And I'm Robert Ruszkowski. Thanks for watching and have a great day.